As a brand new mom, is there anything you wish you would have known at the hospital that they didn't tell you? I really wish someone would have told me beforehand how to prevent your baby from getting a flat spot on their head. Hi, my name is Krista, and welcome to Thrive Daily. So, when you're at the hospital with your newborn babe, before they let you go home after delivery, they go through this master checklist, right? They make sure the bilirubin test is checked. They make sure that you know how to feed him. They make sure that you have a car seat in your car. They make sure he can hear, the weight is good. They try to prepare you to be a new mom. Well, one thing they don't tell you is how to prevent your newborn from getting a flat spot on their head. This was something that wasn't even on my radar when I came home from the hospital. And with my first child, it wasn't a problem. But with my second baby, he always laid in this one position, the left side of his head. He favored that spot whenever he slept. But I didn't even notice until he was at least 2 months old. I don't remember exactly. I just remember having him on my lap. I think I was burping him. And I just started looking at his head and noticed that it was a little misshapen. It wasn't perfectly round. And it took me a minute to figure it out. But then I realized what was happening. He was starting to get that flat spot there, which again, it wasn't on my radar. It wasn't something that I was looking for or even knew could happen. Then I started panicking. It was very distressing to me because I didn't want him to have this weird spot on his head his whole life. And I asked the pediatrician about it, and he's like, oh, it'll probably be okay. When he gets out of the swimming pool, people may notice that his head is not shaped perfectly, but, it's probably not going to be that big of a deal. And that did not help my anxiety at all. It just stirred me up even more. And I was so, for lack of a better word, devastated because as a new mom, you want your babies to be perfect, right? They're so precious and they're pure and they smell yummy. And you just want them to continue being perfect. And you want to make that possible for them. But I started having all this guilt that I didn't prevent that. And now we were looking at all kinds of options, whether we needed to do the helmet thing. But I was really uncertain about how to handle this situation because it was really important to me that he had a round head, but I didn't know how big of a deal it was. I didn't know how important it should be to me. My husband, my doctor, they were all telling me that, oh, it's not a big deal. It'll be fine. But inside, I didn't feel that way. I felt like it was a big deal and I wanted to do a better job as a mom. Well, fast forward 12 years later, he's fine. He still has a slight flat spot on the back of his head, but it's really not that noticeable. I notice it, but I'm probably the only one who does. And I don't think it bothers him. But I still look back at that experience and wish that I could have done something. And now I recognize that there are measures I could have taken to help prevent that. For example, you can roll little towels or blankets up to kind of prop them on their side or rotate their sleep so that they're not sleeping on the same part of their head every time. You can even take little toys, little mobiles, and put them in different parts of the crib or hanging things on their car seat or wherever they're at to direct their attention. Also, make sure they're getting plenty of tummy time, use a sling more. You can do lots of different things to make sure that they are adequately rotating their head when they sleep so that they're not always sleeping on the same spot. And I just wish I would have known that as a new mom. That is something that is doable. It takes a little finagling, yes, but it's possible. So I share this with all of you new moms out there who are wanting to get it right the first time, who want to do everything you can within your power to help keep your babies precious and perfect. Now, disclaimer, however, I don't share this to bring guilt or shame on any of you who haven't done this or who have been in the situation where I was, where, oh, I wish I would have known that before now. Because I am okay now and he is okay now. And honestly, it's probably been a good thing for me to work through mindset wise, and it's helped me to rise above some of my own emotional triggers. So if that's your case, I encourage you and invite you to do the same, to use it as an experience to learn and grow. But I simply offer this little tidbit of advice because it's something that I wish I would have known before I left the hospital. So if you know someone who is a new mom or about to become a new mom, go ahead and share this with them so that they can know too. And if you'd like more resources on how to thrive daily as a mom, go ahead and check out mycorenourishment.com and have an awesome day.